All right, y'all, what's going on? This is Mr. Let Go, and we are about to have an interesting show tonight. I'm not going to be on here long. Let me drop the links in the chat now so we can get started. We are going to talk about Mr. Let Go versus the Passport Bros. And there's a specific reason why I'm doing this show, because I would say I've had at least 15 different dudes in my mentions making videos about the video I made. So it seems like I upset a whole bunch of dudes. And what's going on, Sharon? And I'm here to have a conversation about all of it. And if any of you would like to come up, I have the link in the chat. So everybody hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. And to the women watching, this is going to be very interesting because it's going to give you a good understanding of what the Passport Bro movement actually is about. Is it good? Is it bad? Because I am about to hold these guys accountable for some things that they are saying and doing. And it's not I'm against them. I just want to know what their issue is, you know? So hit the like button and let's get to it. So the StreamYard link is pinned to the top. So if anybody wants to come in and have something to say or challenge me or whatever, I want all the smoke. And guess what? I bet none of the dudes are going to show up, but it's all good. It's all good. So one of the reasons why I want to do this is because the video I did was really simple and straightforward. I literally have 3 reasons why I have a problem with the Passport Bro movement, and I want to add another reason now. So I'll talk about the 3, but first I want to talk about the 4th. So I want to go backwards. The first thing is, on Instagram in particular, I have women that I'm friends with, women that I'm cool with, women that come in my comments, commenting on whatever it is that I'm talking about in the video, right? Facebook, can y'all please hit the like button? Facebook, hit the like button. I see that y'all ain't hitting the like button. And YouTube, hit the like button. Okay, so hit the like button. What was I? Oh, okay. So on Instagram, I have had numerous women tell me that they don't necessarily feel comfortable and safe in my comment section on Instagram when I post something, and I ask them why. And they tell me because the little dudes in your chat are so mean and angry. And guess what they always turn around and say? Get your passport, fellas. So a lot of dudes that are passport bros follow me. And I want to know, what is the deal with all of this being in my comments, going off on the women that are here to comment in my on my videos. So the passport bros have actually brought me to them, because that little small nuance, because I'm not around the dudes, that little nuance gave me an understanding that there may be an issue with this passport bro movement. Are these guys hateful? Are they angry? Do they hate women? Is it all of them or is it subsets of them? And the biggest question is there any regulation? Is there any regulation of the passport bros? Sharon says passport bros is an unrealistic attempt to escape. Escape what? What are they trying to escape? If you got a comment, drop it in the super chat. I'll read it. If you want to come up, hit the link. But passport bros aren't living in no third world country. So apparently Sharon thinks that guys are looking to live in third world countries and suffer, I guess, and rather be there than be in America. So I just want to say this up front. One, I have a passport. I've been to other countries, and I don't claim passport bros. And I don't have a problem with passport bros. I just see their interactions with women, and it's dangerous. And the word dangerous didn't come from me, it came from the women. So women be like, yo, your commenters are dangerous. And I'd be like, what? Dangerous? Like, what is that? What do you mean dangerous? Your commenters are dangerous. They feel like this and they feel like that. And they may do this and they, so I don't necessarily watch my comments that much. But when I actually started reading the comments, which I don't usually do, guess what? The comments do be kind of crazy. They do be kind of divisive. So I'm like, you know what? I need to look into this more. And then that is when I did the video about the passport bros. Because in my opinion, some of it is problematic. But I'm here to ask y'all, are all passport bros created the same? Are they created the same? Are they the same people? Is everybody somewhat the same people? Does everybody have somewhat the same mindset? Because one of the reasons why, because a lot of people wanted to be me to be part of the manosphere, right? The little red pill stuff. And I was like, hell no. I don't want to be part of that either. Because the reason why I don't want to be a part of it is because it doesn't seem regulated. I don't want to be a part of any group that isn't regulated. Like, who's the leader? What's up, Tina? Who's the leader of the passport bros? Like, I've talked to the leaders of the manosphere, but who is the leader of the passport bros? And is anybody regulating this? But I never became or wanted to be affiliated with the manosphere, mainly because it wasn't regulated. So these are the reasons why I'm here to ask questions. I'm just here to ask questions about this passport bro stuff. One, well, I'm just gonna play this video. And we'll go from there.
Yeah, maybe.
So this particular guy is one of the passport bros, right? And I just seen his video. I don't know who this guy is. And he is out there flirting with prostitutes, right? And I'm like, is this what the guys are doing? They go and I've seen the Holloman guy. Every time you turn around, he's in front of some chick, and some chick mushed him in the face or whatever. And what's up, Terica? Everybody hit a like button, y'all. Everybody hit a like button. And he's getting treated like a cornball, or he may not get treated like a cornball now, because that was just one video. But so I don't want to say what he's doing or how he's doing it. But altogether, are these men going to these other countries to really seek a wife? If they are, why are they filming the women? Because in my opinion, and I can just speak for myself, any woman that I view as my potential wife, I'm not videoing her when I first meet her. You know, once she's my girl, once she's my lady, I may take a video of her. I may take a picture of her. This is my lady. Yeah, this is my heart, or whatever you want to call it. But these dudes, just like this video, they just be filming random women. Random women, they go out to eat lunch with me. I mean, you go out to eat lunch with a person, and now you go filming the girl. You know, and I'm just like, what's the purpose of filming the people? You know, aren't a lot of these women here prostituting themselves here in America? I guess, but I don't understand that. So let's get back to this. Let's get back to. I just got so many questions because I'm confused by this passport bro stuff. All right, because if this is what passport bros are right here, they're weirdos. But if it's something different, I would like to know. But this is what is portrayed to the non-passport bros.
Mommy, what's up? What's your? Yeah, maybe. Free. What's your name?
Diana.
Diana. Oh my God. Yo. You got WhatsApp?
Yes.
She's a prostitute.
What's up, baby? No chica right now, baby?
Not right now, because I'm going to meet my friend, go pick him up for breakfast. I mean, for lunch. I will.
So what I see just in my comments that I'm just annoyed by, because of the women who, you know, women brought this to my attention, and it's always get your passport, fellas. These women are this. Go to another country and get a better woman. But these women are prostitutes in other countries. So I'm like, is this some type of back-ended way to make women, black women in particular, feel inadequate or less than? And it's okay, scenario. You're dating a woman, DMing a woman or whatever, right? And then she curves you or whatever. Next thing you know, you're like, you know what? I'm gonna go get my passport and go to another country and have a better experience. You're not gonna have a better experience. Because if you go to another country and get in a relationship with a woman in another country, she most likely is going to view you the same way a woman in this country would. So if you turn around and go to another country trying to get in a relationship with a woman in another country, is a very good chance that you being who you are, she's still a woman. She's going to see you the same way as women in America will see you. Cookie says, if you lame here, you lame there. Dude asking for her number is now tricking. Are you? See, this is what I'm saying. Some of y'all act as delusional as black women. D. Cummings, if you would like to show up, pull up. Raw Rules, I see you in the back. Can you show your face? Raw Rules, show your face and I'll bring you up. So I got somebody in the back, but I need them to show their face. But guys, hit the link. The link is in the chat. Because I got questions. Because in my opinion, the way it looks, it's prostitution. Y'all are going over there to go pay for some ass because the women in America, it's easier to buy ass over there because it's legal. But are y'all looking for a wife over there? Are there men who actually are happy and married and found a wife? Of course. But I'm looking at the whole movement altogether, and I'm saying, is this whole thing a lie to try to make black women feel stupid? It's like the divestors, and I've said this last time. It's like the women who say, "Oh, get away from black men; they're trash. Get you a white man." And then, as an example, Tamar Braxton, she gets a white man, he dumps her, and another chick, her white zaddy dumped her. Right? Don't nobody want y'all, ladies. But the same thing with the passport bros. Don't nobody want y'all either. So, is it escapism? Because black women feel like they can turn around and go to a white dude and think the white dude is going to accept her crappy behavior, her dysfunctional attitude. He's going to get rid of you too. But is it the same thing when it comes to passport bros? Is it the same thing? The divestors and the passport bros, are they the same? Sharon says, if these passport brothers go to another country looking for women, that's a problem. Why? So let me say this. I have no qualm or no issue with any man going to another country to get women. That's the main reason why we go to other countries. You know, it's one to go visit the other country or whatever, but I personally, I'm not going to another country just to go to another country. I'm gonna go there and get some ass. So I would do or have done the same things that y'all have done in other countries. But I'm not lying about it. I'm not saying, yo, I'm going to get a passport so I can go do this and go do that. No, I'm going to get some ass and get 3 chicks for like $30 and have a good time. So it's like a divisiveness to or towards black women. Because just like I said, the divestors and the passport bros sounds like the same people. And just like the women, they go over to a white man don't want her. Now she's back looking stupid. Passport bros, women in America don't want them. They go to another country. Them women get them robbed and set them up. He looking dumb, looking stupid, just like the divesting women. So my whole thing is the passport bro movement escapism? Pot calling the kettle black. How? Y'all talking all this mess in the chat. Hit the link. Is the passport bro movement escapism? And if it is, I think it's important for you to understand that, I got another video to play. It's important for you to understand that people who do drugs look to escape. Shit, the chicks in the video, the little prostitute chick, how you think she became a prostitute? Escapism. And to the people saying, where is the link? You have to come over to YouTube, and the link is in YouTube. So if you want to, a lot of Facebook people are saying, where's the link? you got to come over to YouTube to see the link. I don't think you can try, because I just dropped the link. If you can click it, you can come on Facebook. But if not, you got to come on to YouTube, over to YouTube. So let's go back to the video. So this is a prostitute.
Mommy, what's up? What's up? Yeah, man.
And for those who think this is a girl, no random chick that fine is going to turn around and be so excited to holler at a dude walking down the street. If he was in a nice car, that's one thing. He's just walking down the street, and you could tell she's not necessarily that interested, because she's not really looking eye to eye to him. So once she turns around, he said, "Hey, mommy," which is him dog whistling as "what's up." You can easily tell that she's selling ass.
Mommy, what's up?
You see how fast she turns around?
What's up?
And then she starts walking towards him, and he starts backing up. Look, he backing up.
Yeah, maybe. Free.
He's like, yeah, maybe. So you guys need to stop being stupid in the chat. Talking about, oh, he can't be shooting his shot. Stop lying. You know this is a freaking prostitute.
What's your name?
Diana.
And then what regular girl is going to do this?
Diana. Oh my God. Yo. You got WhatsApp?
Yes.
That's not shooting your shot. She's selling ass.
What's up, baby? You don't check out right now, me?
Not right now, because I'm going to meet my friend, go pick him up for breakfast. I mean, for lunch. I will.
She's asking him more questions than he's asking her. Yeah, that's an assport. Get your assport. What's going on, brother?
You see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
All right. So 99% of the time, I always agree with you. If I find that if you agree with anybody 100% of the time, something's wrong with you. But anyway,
right.
I will say this: there are a lot of guys that do this. Now, I'm a individual that was in the military, and this isn't something new. They just have a different name for it. But a lot of guys that I have met do find wives, do bring wives back. But don't get it confused. You about a 50-50 chance on what these guys are actually out there for. Goofballs are out there that are goofballs from here, and they go over there, and that's what they're looking for. They're looking for cheap people to be with. Now, there are a large percentage of individuals who are looking for someone that is special, someone that will find. This isn't a new concept. There are men that used to go to Russia. There are men. Heck, my whole military experience was a lot of guys had Asians, Filipinos. There were a lot of women like that. And the only reason why people are looking at it as escapism or a problem now is because we have an internet. And before, you just didn't have that, you know. But there is nothing wrong with a man. If you can't find what it is that you are looking for here, there's nothing wrong with you going someplace else and going to go get it. Now, there is something wrong for you not being willing to compete. As a man, I don't care if you're playing football. I don't care if we're playing basketball. I don't care if we're playing women. You need to compete. And you're going to have to compete with a man like me, regardless. So if you are unwilling to do that, you're going to go over there and you're going to find individuals who are willing to compete, and you're not going to win. You're not going to have their language. You're not going to have their culture. You're not going to be able to win. So that's all I had to say. You know, they've got to get past that ideal that you're just going to go over there and all of a sudden these people are going to submit to you. That woman is a woman.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Like, I want a woman that's submissive. I'm gonna go to another country. They're submissive. Like,
yeah, she's submissive to she is submissive to a strong leader, a strong provider. Either way, you're going to have to find someone who you are going to have to be a man for and a leader for,
And
regardless.
then think about
But
this. If a
the,
woman in another country and she makes so much less money than what you are accustomed to seeing or living, of course she's going to submit because she don't have a choice because she's living in poverty possibly. So that's
and
another thing.
even then, man, I'm telling you, listen, I experienced a lot of guys who did bring women back, and they made a large sum of money more than what they were accustomed to, and they left their behinds when they got here. And
Mm,
the reason being is because those guys still weren't men. They were just looking for an easy way out, and those
yeah.
women just utilized them for a free ticket here and left. A lot of them didn't even get divorces. They MIA, you
Like
know.
you
So
watch Beyonce,
at the
right?
end of the day, you're
Yeah.
going to have to be a man. At the end of the day, you're still going to have to be able to compete and willing to compete.
Hmm.
You
That's
watching
my
you
thing.
watching
So
98 Beyonce. You,
before BMT, hold on 1 second. So before we play that, let me we're gonna have a little commercial, and we're gonna get because I want to see what BMT got to say. So give me 1 second because what the hell is my damn video? Hold on, y'all. 1 second. Something's wrong. Oh, here you go. All right. Play my commercial and we'll come right back.
Deeper Discussion card game is meant to give you and other players deep understanding of how we all deal with relationship when or if things get serious. One of the biggest reasons why people break up is because of underlying family issues. This game can be played with either 2 people or an entire group. So have fun.
Question number 1. What is the one thing you wanted but didn't receive when you were young? Name a time when money was the main factor why a relationship went bad.
Deeper Discussions Dating Edition. Again, these cards are good for vetting a potential boyfriend,
Candidate.
a potential girlfriend, a potential husband, a potential wife. It'll even tell you what's wrong with your sneaky link. If you and your sneaky link need to have a conversation, these are the cards. The texture of these cards are so soft and silky, by the way. Like
They ain't gonna get
really
wore out. after you-
durable.
A dating card game for introverts who have a hard time asking the much needed compatibility questions. Deeper Discussions, the card game.
All right, Sharon says she's going to submit to that dollar. All right. Thank you for that super chat, Sharon.
I don't even mind that either.
All right, so let's
I don't even mind submitting to the dollar. There is nothing wrong with I be a gold digger.
you
Good.
double
Be a
talking,
gold
brother.
digger.
You just criticize it. Now you say you don't mind it. You just double
I
talking.
don't mind that women look for a man to be a provider. There is absolutely
that's how
nothing
life
wrong with
is.
that.
That's how
That's
polygamy.
life.
But
Man,
no,
I mean,
I could swear I just heard you criticizing that earlier. You
Criticizing
said
what?
Criticizing what?
your exact words is if they didn't have the money, they would go, right? They only submitting to you because they don't have any money. They living in poverty.
Wait,
I'm talking about Mr. Honesty.
Whoa. Let me add clarity. I said that if you are here in America and you can't get a woman to submit to you, say because you make $40,000, $50,000 a year, right?
Right.
You go to another country and it's a poverty-stricken country, your $50,000 a year to a woman that's living in poverty, of course she's going to submit to you. So that is what I said. A woman is going to look for a man that can actually take care of her. That's just life. But if
But
you
hold on, you
aren't,
say you don't have a problem with that, right?
I didn't say you have a problem with
No.
it, but it's what Honesty said. He said the reluctance or the inability to compete with the men over here. Because if the medium income hold on. If the median income is $50,000, right? That means you are with everybody else.
Mhm.
And if you 5'7" or if you this or whatever, everything about you is say median, right? Mediocre. Well, you're gonna have problems getting the type of woman that you may feel like you want, and for her to actually submit to you, because in her mind, she can probably do better than you, right? But if you make $200,000 a year and you 5'7" or whatever, you actually have one attribute that will get a woman to say, yo, I ain't saying nothing. I'm gonna sit down and be quiet. But if you don't have any of those things and everything about you is median and mediocre, you could turn around and say, well, I'm gonna go to another country where the median income is, I don't know, $5,000 a year. I don't know. I'm just saying some stuff, right? Next thing you know, what you have is like this to the woman now, and you can find somebody. And what Honesty said, that means you are refusing to compete with your peers. So go ahead,
which is a great thing for you guys, right? We're not trying to compete with you guys. So the more
well, who are you? You said you guys. Go ahead and introduce yourself. You over there or something?
Yeah, I'm in Medellin, Colombia. I've been living overseas for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
I was the one that coined the phrase Passport Bros. I own the trademark Passport Bros. I have a big name of the movement. It really initiated from originally Black Men Travels. And then when we kind of merged into Passport Bros, I created Passport Bros as a Facebook group. And it just blew up, went viral. The initial intention was to get brothers to get their passports and start traveling overseas with their American dollar to go much further with economic opportunities and maybe find additional women to create their legacy with. It had nothing to do with no mongering or pay for play. It had nothing to do with that. And the video you showed from the guy, I do know him, but he doesn't consider himself a passport bro at all. He's disassociated himself with Passport Bros numerous amounts of times on his channel. And we cool. We met in Thailand.
Okay.
So,
and I don't know these dudes. You know, it's stuff people send me. So let me go a little farther in that video, and because I'm glad I got you on here, because I'm not against the Passport Bros. The things that I see just be corny, you know. So let me play this video, and we'll go from there.
I will. Oh my God, mommy. Hola. A quality nombre.
Another prostitute. So, this is another prostitute.
Oh.
The prostitutes.
Hold on.
So from that particular video and a lot of other things, I just see a bunch of little weird ass dudes going to another country, filming women left and right. Ooh, hey, mommy. Hey, put your phone down, bro. Like that in itself is cornball behavior. And my question to you is there any regulation to any of this crap? Or these just goofy ass dudes just run around saying Passport Bros? Because they be in my comments pissing my women off.
Okay. I mean,
get your passport, fellas. I'm like, yo, you know, and they be attacking the women in my comments, like, and I just be like, yo, I don't understand. What is this get your passport shit?
Well, I've been preaching get your passport for the last 3 years, ever since I visited Brazil. Gracias.
But is it against women, or is it get your passport simply because you want to just broaden your life?
Well, you got white guys that's been traveling for the longest. They never had any type of pushback for traveling like that.
But are they in people's comments saying "Get your passport, fellas"? So we get away from these women in America.
It's been somewhat, I ain't gonna say a hidden secret, but you got men that been traveling for way longer than this quote unquote movement was even started. You got your military vets.
Hold on, BMT. That's not the point. It's the verbiage. I'm not against anybody traveling to other countries. I got a passport myself. It's nothing wrong with that. And the thing about it is, like I said, it's three things that I keep hearing, and I need clarity from y'all.
Okay.
I got Ja Rules up here. All right, I see you, brother. So it's three things that I keep seeing. So it's one, women I mean, guys are saying, yo, I'm going to go and get me a wife that's more submissive than these Western women, right? And that's somewhat of a shot towards women. And in my opinion, guys aren't going over there to find wives. If you go over there and you find one, that's one thing, right? The second thing is they're showing their phone and taking videos of prostitutes walking around and then throwing it in women's faces like, yeah, see, the women over here, they're feminine. They're prostitutes. And then the third thing is commenting in people's comments, trying to make women feel bad for simply being themselves and saying, get your passport, fellas. These women ain't never going to act right. Get you a woman from another country. So that in itself is divisive. So going to another country, meeting a woman in another country is not what I'm talking about. It's these weirdos who be in folks' comments, treating women like crap, saying y'all are trash. That's why I'm going to get my passport and leave y'all. That part, BMT.
I mean, I don't even know too many passport bros that even engage in that type of, back and forth. I mean, most of us that actually live overseas are too busy learning a language, learning the culture. There's a lot of investment opportunities overseas. Your money basically flips 10 times over. In a lot of cases, it's great to be an American. Your passport is strong. I know brothers were opening businesses in Thailand, Colombia, Brazil. Guys got restaurants in Brazil. That's what I've always preached. Okay. So I'm not even really like, it's guys that go on vacation, they make videos, they go viral, they go to the little certain sections, the red light districts and all that stuff, but you got your red light districts in America as well. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we can't control, this is more of an ideology than a movement. It's a mindset of brothers that say, you know what, I take my legacy very seriously. I don't want to marry into the government, because when you get married in America, you basically sign a government contract that gives her the advantage. It's probably the worst contract a man can sign in his life, to basically take all your wealth away for whatever reason she wants, right? So a lot of guys say, you know what, I'm going to opt out of that. I can still date in the States, but you know what, matter of fact, I'm going to go overseas instead. And
so if you get married to a woman overseas, what does that look like? Is their marriage contract different there?
Yeah, it's much different anywhere you go. A lot of times, these countries want people to stay married. They want the women to be married. They want the core, because that means that America is top dog, right? It's the empire. So America can afford to pay all these benefits, the Section A's and all that stuff. These other countries can't afford to do that. So they're much rather you stay married, right? So the laws are much different. And there's a lot of benefits in actually an American marrying a Colombian woman, an American marrying a Brazilian woman. And a lot of these women, despite what 90 Day Fiance puts out there, a lot of these women prefer to stay in their home countries, right? And another thing is, it's more black people in Brazil than is in America. Brazil has a huge black population. So does Colombia have a pretty big population. So most of these guys that are getting married are actually marrying Afro-Latinas for the most part, and these women are, because of the culture, they're used to more traditional relationships. They don't mind being, in the home. A lot of them, my ex-girlfriend with ex-novia was a lawyer. They still had the good jobs, but they don't let the jobs determine their role in the relationship. I'll give you a perfect example. A friend of mine was saying that his girlfriend went to the store. She's Colombian. She went to the store and there was a couple of dishes in the sink. Her mom popped up with just like, whoa, like it shouldn't be no dishes in this sink. Do you want me to cook for you? It's just that traditional thing where her family will kind of get on her if she's not doing her role. Right. Okay. So if you're being a provider for her, it's good for the family. It's good for the governance. It's good for the society. And a lot of guys are looking for that. They don't want their family to be ripped apart because of some messed up American contract.
I like that. Let me read this super chat. Shout out to Anthony W. Sharon, just like the women in America submit to the dollar, but overseas is cheaper to trick. I like how you put that. I really like how you put that, brother, because all together, just hearing what you said makes me want to get a wife from overseas. You know,
I got one.
Because like I said, I don't have a problem with getting a passport and traveling to another country. It's the throwing it in a woman's face, taking videos of prostitutes. Hey, acting like they're submissive women. They're prostitutes, sir. You know what I'm saying? So it's like lying to make women feel bad. That part is the problem I have, because like I said, I get complaints in my DMs and women that I know, like, yo, me and you are cool, but I'm not commenting under your videos because these dudes are hateful. And they always hit them with the get your passport, fellas. You know,
a lot of them have
passport bros, somewhat like the manosphere dudes, seem like, or it makes y'all, these cornballs make y'all seem like all of y'all are just these weird incel people. And that's why I wanted to have y'all on the show, to have a conversation, to be able to differentiate the weirdos from the actual real dudes over there.
The biggest thing though is you cannot classify what you see on the internet with reality. I mean, think about it like this. If we only judge people by what we see on the internet, black women would be nothing but people twerking and acting fools all the time. And that's not the case. The case is that the good people, just like BMT said, are busy. They're out living and doing things, investing and making a life for themselves. They're not posting these weirdo videos following around people without them knowing, or things like that. What BMT is saying is absolutely true. What you're saying also is absolutely true. The problem is what's being shown is the negative aspects of it. My wife is from Haiti. I love that I married a woman who is views family and being one with each other is, you know, to me that's a great thing. Could I have found someone here? Sure, you know, but every different culture has different things. She cooks me different food than what someone would have cooked me here. Of course, there's going to be differences, but all my point is that at the end of the day, you're going to have to be a man regardless of wherever you are.
Yeah.
Also, it is not what you see. A lot of those guys that be screaming that passport bro stuff, they're not even, they've never even traveled in their life. I've been traveling for 30 years. I've gone so many different places. It's crazy. So the thing is, a lot of these guys, they're just cornballs, man. They're just flashy. They just want to show something, and they've never done anything in their lives. So that's just the one little moment they have to act a fool. Just like the dummies out throwing money into the air. I mean, come on, man. Who's really paying attention to these guys? Those aren't the norms. They're just not the norms. They're throwing money. They're acting a fool. They're just stupid. Just like, I mean, come on, man. Have you ever just poured out a bottle of liquor in a club as a contest? No, because we don't act like that. But I can show you 10 videos of people doing those dumb things, man. It is what it is. You're going to see bad representations in any environment. But as far as someone seeking someone outside, I don't care what you do. As long as you are building a family, as long as you are preserving a legacy, as long as you aren't hurting anyone or trying to take advantage of somebody, I don't care what you do, man. But don't believe these guys that are screaming passport, bro. Those guys probably never even left the country before that, you know. So that's really all I wanted to say.
I got it. Ja Rules.
What's up? What you want to know?
What's going on, brother?
Nothing, man. I think that for the most part, officially, I'm like you. I got a passport, but I don't consider myself a passport brother. If
Uh-huh.
anything, I'll go over there and enjoy the culture and stuff like that. But I wouldn't be going over there trying to trick. That's on some bullshit. Niggas going over there to do
Well,
shit like that.
hold on, try not to cuss that much. There's nothing wrong with
My
tricking,
bad.
bro. There's nothing wrong with that. Like we do that
I'm
here,
not
there,
saying
whatever. But I'm
right.
just saying, just
I'm
don't
not.
be lying like you're doing something differently. That's all. And big Gans in the back, show your face, and I'll bring you up. I just want to make sure there ain't no crazy stuff. All right, cool. But go ahead, brother. Ja Rules.
No. I just was saying that it really comes down to the fact that a lot of these dudes really over there pretending to be getting girls. I know a cat going to the YMCA. He went to Jamaica. Shows me all these women, nice looking girls that he said he smashed, and he's pulling women over here. So you know he's tricking when he goes down there. Because I asked him what did he do when he was down there. He's talking about went to the club. He didn't do nothing about the island of Jamaica. He didn't go to the Bob Marley Museum. He didn't do nothing. He went down there to trick. And I think a lot of brothers do that, but some brothers don't.
Yeah.
A lot of men do that in general, though. Just not brothers.
Yeah.
What happened?
And that's all I'm saying. Just be real. Just don't, because like I said, the thought process is women in other countries are better than women in America. And when you're tricking, you're actually saying that prostitutes in other countries are better than black women. And that's an unfair comparison. If you're running around tricking, don't just say I'm running around tricking. Don't say I'm looking for a wife and these women over here treat me so good. Yeah, because they selling ass. That's all I'm saying. Because it causes women to feel like, damn, they don't want us, you know?
Well, I can't say what brothers want, but there is a different level of fitness. Like, I'm looking at a lot of women over in the Philippines, and they're all fit over there. A lot of you can't say honestly that femininity, black women are not the picture and the face of femininity. They're not the face of fitness. They're not the face of a lot of things that's positive. And you know, it's a lot of brothers who just don't want to deal with the stuff that comes with these women, children by Pookies and Ray Rays. I don't think you have that over there. I just wouldn't think you have that in other countries. I'm sure there's Pookies and Ray Rays over there, but I just don't think that there's that many women running around having children with losers because there's no government entity in place to help them women if they have to be single moms on their own. I don't think there's a welfare system in many of these third world countries.
BMT said that. Yeah, BMT said that too. Yeah.
Can I interject real quick? I know it's not my turn, but I just want to say that not all the women in America, but some of the women that have a problem with passport bros, one of their main problems is the fact that they know when you go overseas, the women recognize your value, which means you're going to recognize your value, right? So if you're a brother, you got your stuff together, let's say you 35, 36, in America, you would be pretty much relegated to the women around your age range. Now, we know as men that the older she is, the more emotional damage and emotional baggage she could have. Not all, but could have, right?
Yeah.
Well, overseas, you got guys in their 40s dating women 25, 26, 27, because that's normal out there. So you get an Afro-Colombian or Venezuelan or something, and she's 24, 25. She might be dating a guy 50. But I'm going to tell you what one of my guys showed me yesterday. Shout out to my dude, Barber World. He showed me it's the realest thing ever. Barber World might be about 50-some years old, and he took to dinner a woman that was 24. When you showed that picture, it was so natural, bro. They looked like they was a beautiful couple, right? Because men age like wine. You see what I'm saying? So I think that's some of the problem that some of the women have as well. The fact that a lot of brothers are recognizing their value when they go overseas because the women recognize their value.
Okay.
And also how a man's value goes up when he gets older, a woman's value don't go up. That's why I really think a lot of these women are jealous because they can't go over and be no passport sister. Nobody's going to be checking for them if they go over there, whether they got money or not. It will be more the same over here. They think that their monetary value and their education gives them sexual market value, and it doesn't do that. They're old here, and if they go over there, they'll be old. We're old here. I'm close to 50, but I could go over there. I'm a fit dude, so it's almost like I'm about 165 pounds with broad shoulders thin waist. Over there, I'm like a giant, like athlete kind of guy. Over here, I'm an average too. So I would do better with it. Plus,
I like what
decent
I like what
money.
everybody's saying, but I do think that you guys got it wrong. It's not that they don't want you to see your value. The problem is they're unwilling to compete, and they want to shame you for choosing different options that you have.
And
So,
also, a
Mr.
lot of these.
Letgo,
Hold on. Go ahead, Pablo.
Mr. Letgo, if I may. Now,
Mm-hmm.
we have to be intellectually honest. I saw the video that you played of the guy in DR in Sosua. In the interest of fairness, could you play my video response that I dropped in the chat that I directed towards you? That may be the reason that we're here tonight.
Play the video in the chat.
The private chat here on StreamYard.
Hey Pablo, before he plays that video, the video that he played in his stream, the original stream, that's by a good brother in the streets with keys. Mr. Let Go, I want to ask you, why didn't you show any of his other videos, like when he went to Dubai, and some of the other places that he went, because he's a world traveler. You showed one scene. He shows different places that he goes to.
You got to understand.
Obviously, you went to his channel. You went to his channel and researched that.
Sir, calm down. I didn't go to nobody's channel. People send me stuff all the time. All right, I get sent stuff. I'm not saying I don't go to channels, but I don't be going to all these people's channels. I don't know these people. So somebody send me a video, and I'm like, oh man, this is what I'm talking about right here. And then, of course, there's a whole bunch of other videos. I'm like, all right, let me do this. Let me talk about this, because there's more stuff on. See, it's other shit here too. So it's not just a dude, but all together, I'm not running around looking for these people. People send me stuff, and it's a good conversation to have. So let me look for this video. Hold on, y'all. Let me see.
It's in the private chat here on StreamYards is the one that I'll drop the link to. And in the video, you made a comment. One of the comments that you made that I take issue with is all them niggas, none of them niggas is going over there to get wives. Is the comment that you made that made me do a response, because I have a Facebook group, American Black Men Married to Foreign Women, with 300 odd Black American men with wives from foreign countries. Shout out to BMT. BMT, you back? You left Thailand? You back in Medellin?
Yeah, I'm back.
All right, bro. And he's doing.
So Pablo, before you say it, hold on, Pablo, before you say anything else, let me say this. That particular video that I did with Andre Hatchett was, I think it was like 2 years ago or whatever, when the whole Passport Bro stuff first came out. So, one, as we have this conversation, this is the reason why I wanted to do this, so I can gain an understanding of what actually is going on. Because back 2 years ago, it was the Red Pill Manosphere dudes, right? And I looked at the Red Pill Manosphere dudes, or the movement, or whatever, as a whole bunch of cornballs, a whole bunch of incels just hating women, right? So then I started seeing a Passport Bro thing. I'm like, oh man, here goes another subgroup of dudes who's just, using divisive tactics to just go off on women, right? So altogether, that is what I seen, but that was 2 years ago.
Okay.
So hold on. So I want to apologize to you and the rest of the Passport Bros for saying that, because I was out of line for saying that. And I know I did play that part in my new video that I did, 2 weeks ago or whatever. But altogether, it seems like that's what it is.
Okay.
But that's why I'm doing this show.
And that is the part that I kind of took issue with.
Yeah.
Because it kind of throws sand in the face of the brothers who went with pure intentions, with good intentions, who wanted to build relationships, build businesses, create connections with other people. BMT does an amazing job. He has an app that to help brothers out in their international travels. So those of us who are really in this, we cannot be responsible for the knuckleheads in your chat.
Gotcha.
We can't do that.
Yeah.
That would be like you being responsible for every black man with a bald head and a Tommy Hilfiger hoodie. You just can't be.
Yeah.
You can't. And so yes, there are guys that's gonna throw. You'll see them in the chats in different live streams. They'll throw Passport Bros in the chat and some planes and all of that. And some of those guys have never been anywhere and never gone anywhere. But
absolutely.
But what they're doing is they're trying to live vicariously through guys like BMT, like myself, like other Honesty here, and Austin Holloman and guys like that. They wish they could do it, and for them, they're frustrated. They're frustrated by the feminist leanings of this country. They're frustrated by
everybody mute. Hold on. Everybody else mute real quick, because I keep hearing a whole bunch of noises. But go ahead.
Yeah, so they're frustrated by some of the social. Yeah, they're frustrated by some of the social conditions here in the United States, and so that's what you're seeing coming out of them. You know what I'm saying? They may not have ever been anywhere. We have no idea. So for that, I'm sorry, but those of us in this community that are really about it, we know who we are.
Okay. Because it just seems like a whole bunch of socially awkward guys who are so mad at women here that they go out there and start buying ass and start filming the chicks, and it makes it look like they're submissive, but they're buying ass. That's my whole thing. And I was just like, yo, what is up with these dudes? And that's all I see. So when I look at, of course, you got to understand, there's plenty of us who have passports that go to other countries, but we don't, one, run around filming women, following women around with our phones, and two, we don't run around throwing what we seen in these other countries in women's faces when we come back to the United States. So it seemed like the Passport Bros, the movement itself was meant to belittle American women.
No, and I would like to kind of clarify on that a little bit more and elaborate. Okay. You do have certain content creators where their primary focus is to provide information to guys that want to go to red light districts. That's one sector of Passport Bros. And then you have others where
there's nothing wrong with that.
Right. There's nothing wrong with that. And then you have others where they go to different landmarks and do excursions and explore different cities and countries. And they'll let you know, this is how I met this girl organically via online dating app or out at a bar, nightclub, or through a social circle. And then you also have the sector of Passport Bros that do a little bit of both, where, hey, I went out, tried to meet some girls, didn't work out, but at the end of the night, this is the shorty that I got, and this is what I paid. But I would say for the most part, most of these guys are not bashing American women.
Okay.
I'm a man that travels, throws content out there. Mm-hmm. And I see it from a black pill aspect, because you do have some men that are disqualified by women here in the United States and that are also disqualified by foreign women. So I don't preach hey, you can be 300 pounds, come off the airplane, go to Colombia, go to Mexico, and you're going to be with the 8 that's just going to be all over you because you have American status. No.
Right.
You got to self-improve. You got to get in the gym. You got to look right. You got to get your money right. You got to get your finances, because the same rules apply over there, just like in America.
Right. I like how you said that, because the optics say that. You know what I'm saying? Love crossing borders. What's going on, brother?
How you doing, brother? How you doing, gentlemen? Hope everybody's having a great evening.
Yeah, I'm learning a lot about the passport bros. I'm about to start calling myself a passport bro. Because now I see the other side, the mature side of what you guys are doing. Go ahead.
And you guys aren't supposed to see the mature side until you're ready for the mature side of what we do.
Mm.
Anytime you continue to walk under the auspices of the system of the United States and how they treat you, how they program you, how they have your mindset to whereas if, especially those of us that are of color, as you well know, if anytime we try to go after something that are positive and or progressive, or especially when it's talking about migrating outside the United States, they're going to program you and other content creators to only see the negativity and trying to join us into guys that aren't a part of what we do. Just like you were mentioning earlier, that, you know, there's some guys who project this image, just like the gentleman in the video that you used, this image of, they won't say that they're a passport bro, but they won't deny when you say that they're a passport bro, even though the rest of us know that these gentlemen are not passport bros. Passport bros, as I defined it before, are men that are looking for new lives. We're not tired of the sisters, we're tired of the system. And until
Whoa, that was a bar. Wait, that was a bar. We're not tired of the sisters, we're tired of the system.
It's the system that we're tired of. We're tired of the fact that over 41%, 47% of all Americans can't afford a $400 emergency fund right now. We're tired of the fact that most Americans right now are paying overpriced costs for medication and medical needs, but yet America ranks only number 37 in the world for medical. Colombia ranks number 22 in the world and doesn't pay that much. We're tired of the fact that Americans don't even have, over 57% of Americans don't even have $1,000 emergency fund. And so we realize that it's not sisters, some guys who are not a part of the movement, who are just regular travelers or vacationers or military guys that are using their passports, they are somehow bundled into what we're doing. You've got guys right now that I just got off the phone with earlier, and they just joined me into one of their WhatsApp groups. These are all men, a couple thousand men that are helping each other learn online careers to where they can make six figures together, and they can travel the world and relocate to other locations and not have to deal with $6, $7, $8 gallon gas in the United States. This is what we do as passport bros. All that imagery of what y'all try to say, y'all come at the black woman, y'all coming at the American woman. We could care less about, in all sincerity, Mr. Let Go, we could care less about what's going on in the United States. We could care less about what's going on with the women. We could care less about what's going on with the men. We relocate to other countries. We don't vacate to other countries. I'm gonna say that again. We relocate to other countries. We don't vacate to other countries. We let yourself vacation. We let others travel to other locations, like Austin Holloman trying to find his country, or Ace Live. They travel to different locations. But as for us as passport bros, it's a completely larger dynamic than the woman. A woman is nothing but a cherry on top. We focus on the cake, not what's on top of the cake. And until you all get to the point as content creators, our fellow male content creators, we don't worry about what the women think, but at least our fellow male content creators get to the point to realize that this is bigger than women. Women are like number 10, 12 on the totem pole. You got guys that are 40, 50, 60 years old that are able to, they can't afford to buy a house in the United States, but they could take that same 50, 60, $70,000 and go to Cartagena, Colombia, and buy a 3-bedroom brand new condominium right off the ocean, right off the Atlantic Ocean. But can't even buy a house in the country in which they are ex-military, in which they fought for 20 years. They can't even buy a house because the interest rates are so high in the United States. These are what passport bros are. But you guys we love this. We love that you guys continue to try to mold it into this us versus the women in the United States thing. Because while you're doing that and you're thinking we're Clark Kent, we're really Superman. We're actually developing and growing. It will amaze you how many passport bros own businesses around the world. My 4-year anniversary is this week, next month. So I've been married for 4 years. My wife is a corporate
Nice.
tax accountant. We love when you all sit back and say that women in other countries don't know English and they don't understand. They don't have degrees. My wife has a master's degree in
She's like
economics.
25.
So when we sit at the age of I met my wife when she was 23. When I was 50 years old. And so we've been together in a stable relationship, and we'll be focusing on. I don't have any children. She doesn't have any. We'll be focusing on our first child starting next year. All of this is passport bro movement, what I'm describing. But a gentleman that's a content creator walking with a camera, interviewing people that follow his content, that's his movement. That's his content. He's a traveler. He's a vacationer. He's not a relocator. Lastly, what I like to say before I give the mic to everyone else is you do excellent work, brother. But I really highly recommend that you take advantage of this moment with your platform and let people know the truth about Passport Bro movement. It's easy to go what everybody else is doing. The ladies don't like it, so we'll go ahead and bash the Passport Bros too, so we can get these views. We got you. I'm a content creator. BMT's a content creator. Passport Flexing is a content creator. Few other brother Pablo's a content creator. So we all understand what needs to be done to get these views, to get that shock. But at the end of the day, if the shock is not telling the truth about your fellow black man, you may want to sit back and say, well, let me at least do a few episodes telling the truth about what these men are actually doing around the world. What
do you think this episode is about? That's exactly why
episodes, plural. Notice I did that.
No. Hold on.
I said episodes plural.
Hold on. I don't understand the movement, so I've done what, one, maybe two, something like that, about this whole situation, right?
That you don't understand.
Okay, the key to not understanding is to ask questions and to understand. So this is the third video, because I don't care about the Passport Bro stuff. Like I said, well, you may not have heard me say this. Women have been complaining about the Passport Bros in my comments for the longest, and they actually got to the point where they literally, multiple women have told me they like, I'm not commenting because those dudes, the little Passport Bros, they start calling me all kinds of names, and I don't have time for all that. So I started being like, yo, what's up with this Passport Bro mess? And like, what's up with these dudes? Because there's a subset of this that, just like a lot of guys up here said, they ain't even been nowhere, run around saying, yo, get your passports. These women are trash, da-da-da-da. So it seemed like a movement it's like the divester movement with the women, right? Oh, get you a white man, and the white man is going to treat you better, you know? You are a certain type of woman, and no matter who the man is, he's going to see you for who you are. So if you're dysfunctional to a black man, you're dysfunctional to a white man. So it almost started seeming like the Passport Bros were just like the divestors, dysfunctional dudes who want to go over there and be like, well, maybe they'll tolerate me. So now that we're having this conversation, I'm having a better understanding of what actual Passport Bros are doing, living, and what y'all are sharing.
Okay, so
may I say something as one of the attacks, please?
All right.
Okay, so
hold on. Who was saying something? Simon?
I tried to say something, but I don't want to interrupt.
Simon, you know me already. Don't play.
But go ahead, Simon, and then I'm come to Cookie, because I want to hear from the guys first.
Okay,
Simon.
All right. So I've had an experience like as an actor, right? So I had to travel the world and take up certain types of roles, and maybe it wasn't sort of like, in the interest of the woman I was with at that point in time. But there was a bigger scope to it, like, because there was no reason for her not to be with me unless she was involved in our circumstance. So the fact of the matter is we are all in our circumstances, and what happens is we need to understand who we are more than over, trying to make the woman understand where we're coming from. And when you're living a global sort of lifestyle, it's really different to sort of living a local lifestyle. Like a local lifestyle, I don't even want to speak about. I don't want to talk about the projects. I don't want to talk about like our estates. I don't want to talk about where we come from. I don't even want to talk about any of that shit. I'm a progressive nigga. So it's just like, yo,
Try not to cuss and say the N-word, but go ahead.
oh, sorry, bro.
It's okay.
I'm just saying. When I get with a lady, she needs to understand where I'm coming from, and that, I think, like, that's the most difficult thing you can deal with in a relationship, in terms of having a lady understand what that is. We're not just taking you to the restaurant. Do you get what I mean? Like, we're not trying to just have a date. We're not trying to just put something on you.
I'm a little
it's
confused.
more than that.
What do you mean? I'm confused.
Because
I'm confused.
most ladies out here, in particular, when they get with you for the first time, they think they want to get something from you. Like, so the ladies they're like, yo, you just want to take me back to your house, and
Brother, no offense, you got me confused too.
What are you talking about, bro?
Right.
Well,
I don't know if this
so
is
I'm trying to figure out what.
Tried to save y'all.
I'm trying to figure out what.
Yeah.
Somebody mute his mic.
So go,
Yeah, I'm trying
go
to
ahead.
figure out is what he's saying. What does it have to do with the topic?
I'm so confused. So go ahead, Cookie, and then we'll go to the other guys. I was just like, all right, what? Okay.
I tried to save y'all. Okay, so as an attacked person, I first want to say that no one, most women aren't upset or jealous about you all leaving. We have no issue with that. There's plenty of fish in the sea. Our issue is the bad representation, and like you said, nobody can be responsible for everybody, but it's the same thing on the women's side. Men tend to bulk all women, especially American women, in a certain category. Some women would root for you, but what's happening is, on the flip side of comments and videos, anytime we say anything that someone doesn't agree with, Passport Bros comes up, and it's a representation of your organization. So what I'm saying is, the cloak that's over it, or the stigma that comes with the word Passport Bros right now, is bash American Black women. Now,
Yeah.
whether y'all care or not is not my problem, but I'm telling you, here where we are, it's
It's really bad.
literally, it's bad, like verbal assault bad. So it's not that we're making things up out of nowhere. I have screenshots of getting attacked by quote unquote Passport Bros. I have learned a lot from you men, and I can respect y'all's decisions and what you did, and it makes a lot more sense what y'all are talking about. But there are people representing you here and trashing Black women at the same time, and it's becoming real dark and divisive.
And I want y'all to think about this. Just about, what if the crazy stuff that's going on in Philadelphia, right? People looting and shooting and all this other stuff, right? Say every time somebody gets shot, somebody claims it and said, yeah, we did it. And the person that says we isn't part of the group. Wouldn't that cause problems with the group? Like, yo, we do nothing, right? So that's kind of like what is going on just over here. And I'm just saying, in comments and stuff like that, because I'm like half and half, or like on Facebook, 80% female and 20% male. YouTube, I think it's split in half. So the different platforms is different, right? So when it's a huge amount of males, they kind of like start beating up on the females when they do comment, and it's always passport bros. So it's like, I did this, and this is where you go if you got a problem with it. And
so what really happened was, man, as you know, there was like this gender war with the Black Manosphere and all that, and a lot of content creators. The passport bros kind of was infiltrated by a lot of guys that would participate in the gender war. Like we was really doing our own thing, but the passport bros ideology got so popular and it was growing on YouTube that you saw a lot of the content creators that was in the Black Manosphere into the red pill. They started doing passport bros content. But if you listen to any of the real official passport bros like Andre, QB Passport Flexing, Pablo, we never really just was talking about women. We always talking about more so economic opportunities and just traditional relationships. We never had any shows that were dissing American women or Black women in particular, bro. It was just the fact that it was a popular hashtag, popular ideology that a lot of other content creators that are not passport bros started utilizing for clicks and views.
I like that.
Can I add? I want to add on that.
Hold on, and
really
it
quick.
goes back to what Love Crossing Borders said. We're not leaving because of the sisters. We're leaving because of the system. So yeah, go ahead, y'all.
You do have some men that are disgruntled because they either had a really bad divorce or they got caught up in the child support system and they need healing. And I'm not encouraging guys to say, I had this great experience in overseas and I did some pay to play. I met me a nice girl. All American women sucked. You know, they need healing within themselves and not be, discouraging and insulting, American women.
Yeah.
None of us here, to my knowledge, promote that. So you are, in general, are just going to have bitter men. They may follow our channel, have that awesome experience, and then go back and comment on somebody's Instagram, Twitter, or YouTube channel saying that American women suck. I don't promote that at all. But those men still need self-healing within themselves.
Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example of something I had to do.
Can we also just take a moment to celebrate how great every one of these men are speaking? The things that the subject matters that they're talking about and how they're talking about it. This doesn't go viral. This doesn't go viral. These aren't things that you're going to see on memes. This isn't the thing that's going to be on Instagram and everybody commenting under that. That's not going to be it. It's always negative things are always going to go viral. And the thing is, we have to look past the initial videos of people acting a fool and get down to the reality of things through conversations like this. And we have to learn how to navigate through the chaos and through the ignorance to get to brothers talking like this. I know men out building villas in the Dominican Republic. I know men that go to Brazil and travel the world. I've been traveling since I was 18 years old. I've been traveling for 30 years, and I'm telling you, I didn't see goofballs until actually recently, and even then they aren't the majority. There are brothers out there that are representing us very well. They are ambassadors of what Black men are, and they are doing positive, great things. Celebrate that. Let's put that content out to overshadow the ignorance. But who wants to do it? Nobody's doing it. Everybody is just jumping on the bandwagon of ignorance.
And then they'll also interview travelers and not passport bros. And for example, they'll interview like earlier this year, and I talked to Austin about this several times. They'll interview, put the microphone in front of Austin's face all year round, and Austin tell you, like, listen, guys, I'm not a passport bro. I'm just a dude that's traveling. But they thoroughly ignored that, and they will keep a camera or microphone in front of Austin. He said, dude, I'm just a 23-year-old traveler, dudes. I'm not a passport, bro. And so you're the king of him. Austin was so frustrated when he would call, and I'm like, dude, it's going to wear itself down, Austin. He said, but I'm not who they think I am. I'm just a young kid traveling. And so they try to use what his experiences are as, see, that's the passport bros. No, he's a 23-year-old, 24-year-old young man that's traveling and finding his place in the world. So that's and my point in saying that is because it's very important based off of what the brother was just saying. They never put the microphones in the face of these gentlemen on this panel. Y'all never do that.
That's why I'm doing it.
I'm gonna let you know something, how rare this is, what you're doing. Because from it's very few live streams or television news headlines or news articles or whatever it may be, YouTube channels, whether it be male panels or female panels, that actually put a mature passport brother that doesn't live in the United States and doesn't travel back and forth, that are in solidified relationships, that are building things or establishing themselves, that have ownership in these countries that we attend to, that know multiple languages. They do not put us on camera because they know that once we're on camera, we're going to expose the system, not the sisters. They're afraid that they think we're going to expose the sisters because that's what they've been hearing, how TikTok passport version is. Right. But to give us the microphone will expose the U.S. system for what it is. And then we'll be talking about the history of the Black migration throughout history. And nobody wants to talk about the fact that Black people have always migrated, whether it be from one part of Africa to another, or whether it be from the deep south of North America all the way up north. And now we're the new migration, but nobody wants to put the microphone in our faces. That's why miscommunication is taking place.
I agree and respect.
Hold on. I want to go to Big Gans and get an opportunity to talk. But give me 1 second. Let's do a commercial break and come right back.
Give you and other players deep understanding of how we all deal with relationship, when or if. Deeper Discussion card game is meant to give you and other players deep understanding of how we all deal with relationship, when or if things get serious. One of the biggest reasons why people break up is because of underlying family issues. This game can be played with either 2 people or an entire group. So have fun.
Question number 1. What is the one thing you wanted but didn't receive when you were young? Name a time when money was the main factor why a relationship went bad.
Deeper Discussions Dating Edition. Again, these cards are good for vetting a potential boyfriend, a potential girlfriend, a potential husband, a potential wife. It'll even tell you what's wrong with your sneaky link. If you and your sneaky link need to have a conversation, these are the cards. The texture of these cards are so soft and silky, by the way. Like
they ain't gonna get wore out.
Durable.
A dating card game for introverts who have a hard time asking the much needed compatibility questions. Deeper Discussions, the card game.
All right, Big Gans, you haven't had a chance to speak.
Okay, well, I just wanted to say I'm one of those brothers that Andre talked about. I never considered myself a passport bro. I've been traveling to different countries for about 13 years now. And basically that's what I am. I'm a traveler, I'm a vacationer, but I'm one of those brothers who's looking for investment opportunities overseas. Now, there's still things in the States that keep me grounded here. Family, work, which it won't be work too much longer. I'm retiring soon. And so, got to take care of my mother and stuff like that. So a lot of brothers still have those type of situations that keep them here in the United States. But the other thing that I wanted to say, because what I was saying, the brother who you said they sent you his video, he has a lot of different content showing different stuff. It's amazing how they pulled out that 1 or 2 videos where he was sticking the camera in the woman's face, and I told him on his panel, I kind of agree with you, Mr. Let Go, on that part, sticking the camera in the women's face, even can you? Oh, okay. That was you that did that. I thought I dropped off.
Oh no, I was just showing people. But yeah, because this is what we see, you know, and they'll turn around and say, see, we have the women over here, they're this and they're that, and it, you know, and I have a certain amount of because I coach women. So women come to me and, you know, tell me their frustration, and they ask me what do they do about it, because it's difficult for them when there's a certain stereotype of women are this and women are that. And some of the women, of course, they are, but the women are like, so what do I do in my life when all of these men, keyword, all these men are just doing this and doing that, and the men are here, then the men that are here just berating us in comments. We can't even make a comment. So yeah, it's very divisive. But
one thing I never heard that brother do on, and I've been on a couple of his panels. One thing I never heard him do was disrespect black women or say the women over here are better. Okay. But there are a lot of brothers, and Andre, Pablo, even Austin Holloman. That's how he went viral. He disrespected the black women here in America, you know. But
actually didn't.
Right.
Actually didn't.
Well,
what happened?
Actually,
I don't know.
I saw the video. Actually, I was on the phone with Austin when everything went down, when he put the TikTok video up. I was literally on the phone when he posted it, and it was going viral. When he ended up getting almost 20 million views in 20 minutes, I mean, within 24 hours. I was literally talking to him during the whole incident. When the woman put the incident, from Brazil, put the statement into his comment section on his Instagram, I was literally on the phone talking to him. He was asking me, what should I do about this? So I mentioned to him about, why don't you try to set up a collaboration so she can understand where you're coming from, not assuming where you're coming from. Austin Holloman, not in one video, actually said anything, well, at least in that video, never said anything about American women versus Brazilian women in that context. All
right, you're talking about when the woman from Brazil came from him. I'm talking even before that.
But you have to understand this. Once again, Austin never said he was a passport bro. The topic tonight is about passport bros. Okay. Austin already said, first, I'm not a passport bro. B, I'm 23 years old. C, I'm a traveler. So when we continue to try to ignore everything us adult men are saying within the last few moments, that this young man is just a young man with a passport. Just like if somebody were to sit back and say, Mr. Let Go is a passport, bro. He's like, wait a minute, guys. I'm just a brother with a passport that travels. That doesn't necessarily mean because I'm black, I'm a bruh, that I'm a passport bruh. Don't put me under something that I never asked for. Right. We're not going to do that to Mr. Let Go. We're not going to do that to other brothers. We're not going to do that to Austin. The topic tonight is about giving a positive light on what the true passport bro movement is about. So Mr. Let Go, the other sisters and other individuals can understand. But to sit back and talk about Austin, well, he did this. Let's say he did it. But the topic is about passport bro tonight. So let's make sure we stick to the topic at hand.
Mr. Let Go, I want to say something really quick. Since you do coach women, I think women need to really understand that if you have guys that are over 6 feet tall, make over six figures, and have things going for them in life, and they're opting out to be passport bros, that's what they need to understand and realize that, hey, what is it about foreign women that men of that caliber are choosing to go date and marry women overseas? I was on a panel a while ago and I said, hey, you know, I did have the option to settle with the girl here. She was a biochemist, very beautiful girl, owns her own house. Okay. I had made the conscious decision to say, you know what? I can find me something better and be in a better situation overseas. So I think it's really important for them to understand that, hey, the men that they want, okay, makes over six figures, 6 feet tall, got everything else, cars, whatever. If they're choosing to opt out and be a passport bro, what is it that I can do to be a better woman to maybe convince a guy like that to stay here in the United States.
That
And
makes
the
a lot
only
of
thing I
sense.
can think of, is, hey, if this brother says, I'm willing to settle down and be with you, but I don't want any marriage license, take that in consideration. Because if you don't
Okay.
say yes, there's going to be a woman that will say yes.
Okay.
You know
I
what's
agree with you on that.
wild?
Go ahead.
I actually got bashed for saying I don't believe in formal marriage, and it was by I can't even remember. It was a panel I was on, and my sisters and I have been looking at properties in other countries. So I get where you guys are coming from. I just think it's a miscommunication and infiltration of just horrible people in general that are claiming to be a part of y'all's movement, and I think it's just really sad. So I'm glad I know the truth now, though.
And I'm getting an understanding that a lot of the manosphere dudes that would thrive off of the gender war would look for something else to talk about, because of Kevin Samuels disc, after he passed away, I think things dried out a little bit, and people no longer had, because when Kevin Samuels was alive, half of the people on YouTube would make content off of what Kevin Samuels said, and they'll have a picture of Kevin Samuels and what they want to talk about. But when Kevin Samuels died, I think a lot of people ran out of quote unquote talking points, and then the Passport Bro movement came on, and it was like, yo, Kevin Samuels gone, let's go eat over here. Yeah, the passport, and they started eating off of y'all, and it turned into this bashing session, and they found a new way to quote unquote go at Black women.
Absolutely.
And now that's why we're having this conversation here, because I vehemently wanted to get an understanding of what this was about, because I'm not gonna say I'm not on YouTube, but you guys are not in my algorithm, right? So I don't see y'all's content. Hopefully y'all's content will be in my algorithm now, but because I don't know. So the thing about it is I usually see the bad side of the Passport Bro stuff. So that's what for the last year or so, that's why I thought it was. But the reason why I did this show tonight was because I wanted to specifically ask questions. That's why I called it I want all the smoke, because I wanted people to actually say, yeah, I want to come up here and tell Mr. Let Go what I feel. Because I'm like, let's talk about it. So if I would have said Passport Bros is this, it wouldn't have been that. So I wanted all the smoke, because I didn't know what the smoke actually was. Because I'm just like, because a lot of people kept mentioning me in the videos saying, Mr. Let Go is this, Mr. Let Go is that. I'm like, all right, let's talk. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I wanted to do. And to find out if there's any regulation, anybody regulating this whole Passport Bro stuff. Go ahead.
Well, Mr. Let Go, let me explain a little something to you, and then maybe you'll have a better understanding of those guys in your chat dropping those crazy comments. I had a MGTOW guy who was frequenting my channel, right? And everybody pretty much on my channel is a frequent traveler. I'm talking about guys that are out of the country 5, 6, 7 times a year. Okay. And this brother had taken 0 trips, none, for about 3 or 4 years straight. Didn't even have his passport. Okay. Finally, I got tired of him complaining. And I said, look, don't come back till you get your passport and book a trip and then come back. Because all I had was him complaining about Keisha, what Keisha was doing, wasn't doing, about, child support and this and that. And I'm like, look, bro, you need to get outside.
Yeah.
You need to go out there. So yes, the very same experiences that you're seeing in your chat, we also experience guys like that as well.
Okay.
BMT has had to clean house in some of his groups. I noticed from some knuckleheads.
Mm-hmm.
So we understand what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, please be gentle that and know that we know this, but we cannot control. I don't know, a couple of 100,000 free black male citizens. We just can't. We do have leaders. BMT is a leader.
Gotcha.
Andre, Love Crossing Borders is a leader. Andrew, I know these guys.
Mm-hmm.
QB Passport Flexing, I've heard of him, but I haven't watched his content. So I've heard his name bantered about in these spaces. So we kind of know of each other, even if we haven't met personally. And we know who's the, who are the people that drive the bus on this thing.
Right.
Okay.
I just want to say one more thing before I gotta head out. In regards to regulation, there is no set leader or chief, or we don't have formal meetings. However, we do call out the bad behavior of content creators and the degeneracy. Prime example was the Jay Rillo situation where he was stuck in the Dominican Republic, begged for his subscribers to send him money so he can get home to Indiana. And then that was claimed under Passport Bro behavior. Myself, I called out some dating coaches that are charging guys $800 for a Passport Bro course, okay? Which is insane.
And they're getting
You do
paid
not,
too.
and getting paid. You
The
do
white
not
boys.
need the white boys. Thank you, Trey. You do not need a course or a Passport Bro class to travel and become a Passport Bro. It's not
Yeah.
required. So, yes, we do call out, again, the bad behavior between content creators, but, there is no formal regulation or formal leader, between us. So that's all I
Okay.
gotta say before I head out. But it was a great stream. I'm gonna sub to your channel and keep up the good work. I'm happy you're having us on here so we can really break this down for you, brother.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'm getting a lot of a better understanding of all this. Andrew, the Andrew Show. You haven't shared, and then the Global Passport crew. What's going on?
First of all, thank you, Mr. Lego, for having me on the show.
No
Most of the
problem.
guys, thank you. Most of the people on here already know already. My question for you is, what was your thoughts on the Passport Bro? Like, what does Passport Bro mean to you?
In the beginning, before today, it just seemed like a whole bunch of divisive, women-hating men that feel like throwing whatever it is that they're experiencing in other countries onto other women and saying, these women over here are better than y'all's. Fellas, get your passports because we're not putting up with these chicks anymore. And I can understand how any man would see that because I deal with the mess. These women ain't got no damn sense, right? But I'm not going to turn around and say these women over here are better than these women over here, because I bet if I spent a lot of time in another country, I don't spend a lot of time in another country. I go on vacation. But if I was to spend 6 months in another country, I'm gonna see some batshit crazy women over there too. So
Right.
I would never do that. But that's what it seems like the majority of what I see in the comment sections or whatever, that guys that probably ain't even went nowhere are using the term Passport Bros to belittle American women, to make them feel like they're trash and they don't deserve a man.
I think some of it is true, and I think some of it also can be said that just piggybacking off of what QB Passport Flexing was saying. Before there was a Passport Bro movement, I've been traveling for over 13 years. I've been to places like Dominican Republic many different times. I've
Mhm.
seen a change in it. But fast forwarding back to the word passport bros, see, it's an umbrella of different men that travel for different reasons.
Mhm.
You got some men that go to the red light district area. That's what I call it. Las Vegas. It's just
Mhm.
like in Nevada. People go to Las Vegas to have fun, right?
Mhm.
There's areas overseas where people have fun.
Yeah.
It's no different than over here. The only difference is, from my experience, there's just a better quality of women. And I talk about this regarding to the dating scene.
Mhm.
Now, there's no way, shape, or form do I ever target one specific group of women. I talk about bad behaviors of Western culture. So there's a difference. I have the experience. I still date women in the West too. I have to keep on dating to refresh my memory to get more of an aspect of what's going on in this world versus what's going on in the next world or
Mhm.
overseas. But one thing I can say this as a veteran traveler, that you're still going to get condescending, narcissistic people too. It's just a
Right.
different game that's being played overseas. You just got to be
Mhm.
aware of it, just like over here.
Because
I
women are
just
women.
feel exactly.
Yeah.
And
And hold on one
yeah.
second. Blue Baggins and Learn Crypto TV. I need to see y'all's face and I'll bring you up. But go ahead.
Yeah, one thing I've learned and I've realized that it's just a different game that's being played. It's a different tax bracket. So men are a little bit more in favor overseas because they have more of a deck of cards in their hands
Mhm.
versus the laws in the system that, you know, excuse my language, but kind of got our balls stapled to a mat. We can't really do much.
Yeah.
You know, I just feel like, you know, as a man, there's no celebration. Well, not really celebration, but there's no mental awareness of what a man is capable of doing. No respect for men, you know?
Mhm.
And I highly respect women to the fullest. I respect our older generation of women in this country more than I do of the younger generation of women. I'm
Okay.
talking about the ones from the baby boomer days, back in that generation of times. When I saw traditionalists, I see that overseas. You can get that overseas.
Yeah.
You can have a bus pass and you can have the enjoyment of traditional valueness if that's what you're searching for. So
Mhm.
you can have the best of both worlds. You can gamble and have fun. Me, realistically, the way I think, if a man's on vacation and he's gonna have fun and he's
Yeah.
gonna hit the Las Vegas style, why not?
Mhm.
You would do it over here if you're in America.
I agree. And I don't see
It's
nothing
just
wrong with that.
it's just a different tax bracket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a lot cheaper. Your dollar goes farther. But as far as traditionalists and dates and marriages, you can have that too.
Yeah.
So I
I
just
give
think
me a
it,
3 for 50 over there. I ain't got no problem with that.
yeah. So I mean, like I said, it's a cost of living is cheaper.
Yeah.
Um, I know men that I associate with that buy property and land overseas that own Airbnb spots,
Mhm.
and they're making a killing. So I mean,
Yeah. Okay. So Global Passport Crew, you there?
How you doing, Mr. Lego? Thank you for having me
Uh,
on.
no problem.
First, I want to say I agree with One Country Cookie when she said, everybody get grouped up into one big pot. We need to start being more distinguished about who we're blaming, about who's saying what about passport bros or who's saying about black women, because not all black women are bad. And I can tell you for a fact, I have bashed dudes who say anything about black women, because not all black women are bad. There
Mhm.
are some great black women out there. And I have had guys come on platforms on TikTok saying, bashing black women, and sure as you know what, I will jump down their throats in a heartbeat.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay. That's one. Me, I teach on my channel, I teach people how to travel for cheap because I want to see our brothers and sisters go out in the world and experience what's out there. Okay. It's expensive to travel. You have BMT, my brother. He an entrepreneur himself, making footprints globally. You have Andre, Uncle Andre, as I call him. He's out in Colombia, a businessman himself, making footprints. You're seeing our Black men from the United States making global impact globally in different countries.
Yeah.
And they're getting bashed. This is what we need to do as Black men. We can't just constantly do it in the United States and get taxed out. Do you know what? We got to make that global impact. And these passport bros, they're business minded. They're going out there. They're getting into real estate in different countries. They're building businesses in countries like China and Japan and in Thailand. BMT can tell you the amount of businesses Black men have created in Pattaya. And doing well at that.
Yeah.
You know, that's the benefit of being a passport bro. But on the same note, we get bashed.
I get it. Let me read this super chat real quick. Shout out to the coldest Jenkins. Get a passport and explore my options outside of the West and be cleanup man for Pookie and Tyrone's, which is better for the sensible option. And shout out to you for saying that, but that's actually the problem, y'all. You see how they made it about women? This is the problem. Like, if we keep getting a passport specifically about getting another woman, I think that's the divisiveness. I appreciate the super chat, but that is a perfect example of one of the comments, one of the thousands of comments that I get every time I'm posting on all these different social media platforms, and it's hurting my female audience, where it's making it look like I'm one of the divisive people because they're my quote unquote minions or something. I'm like, I don't know these damn people. They just get attracted to my content and start crawling all in my comments and going off on the women that also follow me, and it make it look like I sent them to the damn women. And it makes me look crazy because they're my minions in their minds. You know, but it's that type of stuff. Get a passport and instead of being around Pookie and Ray Ray, get a woman. I'm like, man, but that's part of the problem. That's exactly one of the comments that the ladies will turn around and get. You know?
Yeah.
And I can understand that, and I agree with you 100%. We've all seen it plenty of times. But the point is that we're making in response to that, the first knee-jerk acceptance by American society among Black men, white men, Black women, and white women when it came to the passport bro movement wasn't when BMT or Taylor Made Dreams or other men started showcasing on YouTube lives outside of the system of the United States. Nobody accepted those videos for 5-10 years. When there was Pablo Frescobar, when he was putting out videos all those years showcasing life outside of the United States, life, not just wife. But you all embraced when somebody discussed anything that had to do with relationships or women. So that's when guys say, the only time you guys are going to read my super chat or understand my super chat when it comes to traveling is, yes, guys, let's go because the women here united. And all of a sudden, everybody, Black, white, didn't matter in the United States, just ignored the rest of us that have been doing some amazing things under the umbrella passport, bro. And you listen to the ones who automatically went to relationship. And going back to what BMT said earlier, when you already had the manosphere movement going on, and then you had the gender war going on, and then all of a sudden they looked at us passport bros as if you ever see I'll give you a perfect example. You ever see a crowd of people in a fight, and then all of a sudden people are just standing around just watching, and then all of a sudden a couple of guys turn to swing on one of the bystanders. That's the passport bros. We literally have nothing to do with what y'all doing in the United States. Y'all going through y'all gender war? That's you guys. You guys want to sit back and deal with the problematic a war between the red and the blue, which is the Democrats and Republicans? Do that. But when it comes to a situation, statistics show that 72% of all Americans will die within a 50-mile radius of the hospital in which you were born anyway. So if you were born in Philly, you're going to pass on in Philly. If you were born in New York, you're going to pass on in New York. Do that. We have no problem with that. But then you all of a sudden swung on us and said it's because you guys are like that when it comes to the ladies too. And we're like, wait a minute, we have nothing to do with that. And so all of a sudden we're bundled into this big ball of misinformation, miscommunication. Dude, and now you have guys that feel freely, like you were just saying a moment ago, Mr. Let Go, freely with their super chats. That's why I'm leaving. Not because of over 116 different foods in the United States are illegal around the world. Not because your chicken is clean. All chicken in the United States is clean with chlorine, the same chlorine that's put in your swimming pool. Not because if you live outside the United States for over 330 days, you get so many tax breaks that you basically have to file your taxes as an expat. But over 98% of expats that leave the United States actually pay very little to no taxes outside of FICA. You guys don't talk about none of that. But when it's time to talk about the male versus the female versus another female gender or embracing that, now you guys get all those super chats because of that. You guys have swung on us because of what those other gentlemen have done to the ladies in the States. We actually do content even with passport sisters. So if it's a passport sister out there and she's having a great experience in Tanzania, or it's a passport sister that's having a great experience in Cartagena and she just bought a condo, we'll bring her on our channels too. But you guys never showcase or interview the positive passport brothers or the positive passport sisters that's out here. There are just as many sisters out here that's living in Portugal and living in Spain and living brand new lives instead of paying that expensive cost in California for to buy a home. They've taken that money and sold that home in California and went and bought 3 houses in Portugal. Now they've got 2 Airbnbs and 1 home for their family to live in. And these are just regular everyday sisters, but they never get the camera. They never get the limelight. And so this is what we're talking about. We are not a part of that male versus female. We could care less about what's going on in the States. We're trying to share the information of all the benefits. We also, in BMT and all these other gentlemen can attest to, we also talk about being mentally prepared. That's why we have individuals such as Culture Cognition, who is a traveler, but he is a therapist for Black men that actually tells about getting your brain ready as a man. Some of the pain that some of these men have gone through in the United States, they're the last ones that need to have a passport. So we talk about our experience. I'll talk about all the time on our channel, my experience of going through therapy and get my mind right before coming to another country. And now my mind is clear, my spirit is clear to have met the right person. So, but nobody wants to interview us. Nobody puts the microphone in front of our mouths. And that's why we appreciate what you're doing tonight, because this is a very rare opportunities among the constituents that these guys I talk to on a regular basis all the time.
Well, what I want to do is get with y'all individually. If y'all would DM me at Mr. Mr. Let Go is right here. And I would love to have like just simple conversations, like where you live and all the different nuances of each one of yours experiences, because I want to know myself. And my audience would love to learn that also. So I want to get with each one of you individually and let's do content together so we can let people know that and spread the word that this is the real passport bro type of stuff and not all this divisiveness. It's about money. It's about opportunity and not about no damn woman.
Yeah, just traveling outside the United States is therapy in itself. Every trip that I go on has to be 10 days and better because I need to get away. I need to get away from the hustle and bustle, especially not even the United States, just New York City itself. This city will drive you insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
I just
as a
wanted to. Can I just piggyback off
Hold on,
what
hold on, hold on.
Crossing was saying? Okay.
Can everybody put their YouTube channel in the chat, and then I can put it in the comments? But go ahead, Andrew.
I just wanted to.
Oh.
Oh, you talking about me? Oh.
What's
Andrew?
Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
I was just gonna say this real quick off of what Crossings was saying. When I was overseas, one thing is for sure I can honestly say, as a black man, you don't see color. I don't see a racist vibe being overseas. Never really experienced that. It was more just a class value. So I don't know if you brothers ever experienced that being in other countries, like in South America, or you know.
I did kind of experienced it in the Dominican Republic, but Colombia never.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
lived in Israel for 3 years because I went to school there, and that's a picture of me in Jerusalem. That's Dome on the Rock. And outside of the obvious missile attacks between Hamas and Israel, there's such a peace living in Tel Aviv. It's a whole different piece. Walking through Yarikaron Park, going down to the beaches of Tel Aviv, you really feel a peace just being out there. And believe it or not, it's just really, really safe. Even the rough part of Tel Aviv, like South Tel Aviv, where, believe it or not, there is a black community. There's an African community down there. And they say it's rough, but I walked down there, and I used to walk down there with a cowboy hat down there because, you know, I'm originally from New York, but I live in Arizona, and I'd had no problems down there. And a lot of people, you know, they just respected me and stuff like that. They loved me down there, and I'm dying to go back there, but there's some terrorism issue going on over there, so I'm not anxious to go over there. But I had a great time in Israel, and I went to Jordan about a year ago, and I found my peace when I went down to the ancient city of Petra. You know, and you really find that peace when you get outside this country. Like Big Gans had said, you know, I was really literally at peace at this ancient city.
Okay. Learn Crypto TV and Blue Baggins. What are y'all thoughts?
Yeah, what's going on, brother? Salute
up,
to
bro?
everybody else on the channel. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate the opportunity here. You know, so basically, I just wanted to come on tonight. You know, I saw, you know, that you was having this platform. You know, the brother Andre there. You know, he you know, did some reactions to some of your stuff that caught my interest. But there was one particular piece on one of the videos that I saw that he did. You know, where you know, there was a little bit of I guess I don't know, lack of a better term, you know, basically a downgrade of you know, men, particularly black men, how I took it, you know, specifically, you know, talking about Passport Bros, where you said that yeah, degeneracy, you know, these guys are basically worthless, basically all of the negative terms that you would hear, you know, any woman in the United States who don't agree with the Passport Bro movement call. So I took it as a slight, even though, you know, there was a point in time where I didn't consider myself a Passport Bro because I was moving along outside of the United States before that was ever even a popularized term, because it was a term long before it came, you know, full scale on the planet, you know, because there was people was doing this before, you know, for a long time, you know, but now that it's been popularized, you know, people categorize it. So I was living in South America, Colombia, for 31 months straight, you know, and I came back to the United States because I had to do some readjustment, you know, make some more money, you know, et cetera, you know. So I'm one of these guys who I have a unique kind of situation. You know, I really got a 90-day fiance story. I'm just not putting it on no TV. You know what I'm saying? You know, which led me to end up outside the country. But you know, in my experiences, you know, I you know, was looking at this opportunity long before I ever even had an opportunity to do it. Back in 2006, when I started thinking about this, going outside the country, working on government contracts, et cetera, this, that, and the third. It just happened, the perfect storm, to where I was able to go ahead and make it happen in 2020 after the pandemic, 2021, when I actually made the move. So, you know, Andre like to say, men's passport bros are guys looking for a life, and you might find a wife. That's me. That's me. You know what I'm saying? I went outside looking for a better life, and you can see on my thumbnail, that's my wife. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm an anomaly to everything that the quote unquote black woman in America who don't agree with the movement or who have negative connotations about what they thought passport bros was. Oh, you going over there to get this type of person, or you going over there to get that. Yet they all wrong, because they don't know that they're downing the women in these countries as if they don't have educations, or they don't have jobs, or if they don't, or they're not doing things, to better themselves. You look at the picture of my wife. Do she look like she's living in a damn tin house? You know what I'm saying? Or barefoot and all kind of negative things that's running around. That's crazy to me. So that's why I wanted to come on, because I wanted to stand strong with all of the positive brothers that's on the positive side of this movement, to let you know that even though you don't know nothing about us, or we might move silently. I'm a small YouTuber. People only come to my channel when they want to learn about crypto and then see a life outside of the country. You see what I'm saying? But I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna live my life regardless of what anybody says. But please know that there are intelligent brothers. I have a master's degree, fam. You know what I'm saying? I played college football, ran track. I got my own business. I work in IT. See what I'm saying? Does that sound like a scrub? You see what I'm saying? A degenerate. Right. You see what I'm saying? So when we hear those type of terms, some of us take offense to that a little bit, even though we may not say nothing. But when we have a platform where we can positively express ourselves and kind of try to, clear or give you a clear understanding of our own particular circumstance or experience, then that'll help clear, all of these negative thoughts or connotations about who passport bros supposedly are. You know what I'm saying? And, I'll say this last thing. And the reason why, I'm, champion, behind it now is because when I came back to Tampa, I had a couple people tell me, man, oh, you back. Oh, so the passport bro thing ain't work out for you, huh? I thought it was kind of funny, because I got an M-type visa, like one of the best visas to have in the country that I reside. You see what I'm saying? So I laughed in his face because I knew he didn't know what he was talking about. And then not only that, I'm like, well, you can think what you think, continue to think what you think, and what I'm going to do is continue moving right along with what I'm doing, with my life. Like what Drake just said in his last thing, man, we don't care about what y'all doing over here in America. We don't care nothing about what y'all got going on over here, because we too busy over there building our own life and with the newfound opportunity that we have in our new space and opportunities that we have now that we outside the national space. So yeah,
that's what's up. I see what you're saying. Blue Baggins, you there?
Blue Baggins asleep.
But yeah, man. I like I
Yes,
said, if y'all was. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, my apologies. I was on mute. Thanks for having me up.
No problem.
I mean, I hopped on here just because I hear a lot of crazy things, about the passport bros, scrubs, and all this. I lived overseas for like 10 years. Even 3 years before that, I was back and forth every couple of months. And the reason why I went is because I was starting a business at the time, and I wanted to, be able to put as much money back into the business. So I was living in Eastern Europe. It was Central Eastern Europe, really inexpensive place. And yeah, I've been to Dominican, Colombia. I mean, I've been to more countries than I can even count at this point. But I was living in Eastern Europe. It was really cool, really inexpensive, and it was so many guys, white, black, Asian, from all over the world that I would meet. They're all doing the same thing, and it wasn't so much chasing women. But even if they're going there for women, what I don't understand is, why does anybody care about that to begin with?
Exactly.
Like what?
Well,
Does it, let me finish. Let me finish, brother. Let me finish, my brother.
Go ahead.
Like what does it matter how another man wants to live his life or what he does? And as far as the guys going on the internet talking crazy, whatever, I mean, it's been happening to them for years. It is what it is. But I don't understand what about that? What does it irk people so bad? Well, why does that even
It's a
matter? What the
comparison
reasons are?
to black women here versus black women there, or
No,
either black women
What does
versus
it
other
matter?
races.
no,
What does it matter if we compare?
Miss,
I just answered your
Miss,
question.
Mr. Let Go, can I piggyback on what he's saying?
Uh-huh.
If that man gets up 4, 5 o'clock in the morning to go to work and grind, doing what he's doing to make his money, whether he's spending it in the red light district or not, that's his business. He worked for that money. He can spend it the way he wants to. You have no say so in how that man spends his money because you didn't get up to go and earn it. So, what business is it of yours how he spends his money and where he travels to? I don't understand. I don't understand the smoke for that.
I think y'all are thinking way too deep into the subject.
Not
Nobody
not not
cares about
not,
that.
not
You
really, because
can't
that's
really.
always
No,
that's
but
always what I said, or even on other panels, even to people in person.
You
well,
can't
Well,
really
I
no.
can
say
only
it's
hold on.
too much.
Hold on. I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for nobody else because I don't claim an organization or group. It's the issues that I get because I'm protective of women, and I'm not on women's side. I think a lot of the women just, they have a lot of issues, and men have a lot of issues. So I'm not on. One of the problems that people have with me is they be like, "Yo, Mr. Let Go, pick a side." No, men are dysfunctional and women are dysfunctional. So I don't pick a side. But I am protective of women when they come to me and say, "Hey, your commenters are disrespectful for no reason, and they always yelling out passport bros." So it's one of those bombing situations, and they claim that this country did it type of thing. So that's what it is.
All right. I mean, I really don't get it, to be honest, but kind of it is what it is. Like I said, when I went overseas, it was to save money, to build my business, and women they kind of did fall into a part of it. Um, Now, no matter where you go on earth, women are women. It is there
Mhm.
is no golden egg anywhere. It's not going to be beautiful everywhere. At the end of the day, women are going to be women. There's certain differences that you see in other places. I mean, just the politeness,
Yeah.
just especially living in Eastern Europe, you just go outside. Doesn't matter the time of the year. People are outside. They're having drinks.
Mhm.
They're sitting in the park. I mean, you can actually just enjoy life. Whereas when I grew up in Chicago, you can't do that. It's just not so much as dangerous or anything crazy like that, but it's just not built for that. It's not built to go outside, have a drink, enjoy your life. Meet people. Just do that.
Atlanta is.
That's not what it is. You know
Atlanta
what?
is.
Atlanta,
Atlanta is
Atlanta
beautiful.
is cool. It is definitely different. It is, but it's still not. It's not quite the same. You got to get in your car. You've got to get there. You've got to do all these things. Whereas in a lot of these places, just having a car, driving around is not the norm. Like even I lived in London. Having a car, that's like it's a hassle. So you can literally just walk outside of your. And I lived in London. Yeah, I know you guys do. Passport Bros are poor, bro. I lived in the my postcode was a W1 postcode, London. And if you've been there, you live there, you'll know what that is. You're right in the center. I mean, even there, which is still the West, definitely the West, but still, you walk outside, there's just stuff to do. People are just enjoying life. Whereas more so when I get the vibe here, it's I'm in the house, I'm staying in the house, I don't want to go outside. It's just a different lifestyle. That's what I think most people miss about it. Not all these other, nonsensical, trivial things, but just the lifestyle. It's a huge upgrade in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah.
In a lot of places you go to. That's all I had to say about that part.
Yeah.
I had a
So
question before I go.
So I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream in a little bit, but I want to, like I said, have everybody have closing remarks, just all together, because I appreciate you all coming up here and having this dialogue, because I learned a lot. And hopefully I'll see you guys again. Go ahead, Cookie.
Okay, first of all, I wanted to tell y'all to don't sleep on Greece. It's very nice there, and that's probably one place in the world I think racism doesn't exist. But my question was, um, for the men that mentioned traditional and the cooking and the cleaning and I guess one guy was talking about 6 foot. I guess that's the average woman's. I don't know, but did it ever occur to you that? I guess my question is, why didn't you take an American woman with you to enjoy the experience, or was this like an individual
What?
journey? I'm just
Can
curious.
I answer that real quick? Let me answer that.
You
Let me
crazy?
let me
Wait,
answer
wait,
that,
hold
please.
on,
But they're
hold on.
ending up with
Wait, are you
wives, though.
joking?
So this
I
no.
have taken an American woman on my travels.
I got to turn my
Okay.
camera on for that one, please. I will answer this question, okay? So,
Go
all right,
ahead.
now I have 2 children, okay? I have a 21-year-old daughter. I have a 19-year-old son. They're both in college. That's their mother, one mom, okay? And I was married to another young lady. She was 5 years older than me. I was married to her for 9 years, and we was together for 12. Okay, both of them African American. All right. So all of the stuff that the men probably were talking about before I came on the panel, I most likely, more than likely, would agree with, or have had that, or had a similar experience. So I've had relationships with the 2 women I just told you about. While they were very they were very, very, very good in what they excelled in. Because I married one of them, and I was definitely going to marry my kid's mom. It just didn't work out. But either way, they were good at what they were good at. Okay, but what they were bad at, they were horrible. Okay, and obviously we're not together. So, like I said during my spiel about my life, the perfect opportunity came when my ex-wife and I divorced in September 2020 for me to be able to make the move outside. Now, why would I go after having 2 failed situations, one with 2 children, black woman, and a 9-year marriage with another black woman, and then I'm gonna go make a relationship with another black woman and then take her outside of the United States with me?
That don't make no
I don't think so.
sense.
That's
Why
like
the
taking
hell would
sand.
you
That's like
take a
taking
woman
sand to
out
the
of the
beach.
United
That's taking
States? You
sand to the
go,
beach.
yeah,
I
you
can
go to
You know
respect
what I'm
another
saying?
that.
country to get
I'm
with
looking for
another
property
woman.
myself. I consider myself a passport sister at this point.
But
But what?
Cookie, I wanna
I get
be
it, I get
very,
it,
very
I get
frank.
it.
I
But
wanna be
ain't nobody
very,
doing
very
no shit
frank
like
with you.
that. That's
I
kind of
want to be
stupid.
very frank with you, okay? Passport sisters and passport brothers have 2 total different experiences outside of the United States. It is not
I'm
the
Yes.
same. It is not the same. While
Not
the
even
money,
close.
the financial part, the living with the amenities, the experiences of the culture, the communication among, I mean, I can't even really say the communication with the people, because a lot of people don't approach certain people in international space. I see, because I lived in Bogota for 17 months, and I lived in the other part of my 31 months in Cartagena. And in Cartagena particularly, I've seen a lot of female trips, and a lot of black women come down there, 6, 8, 10 people in a group. So I've seen even 4 or 3, but they're always just them, or maybe with the tour
Just
guide.
them.
It's never
Yep.
ever any group of the black men that's down. They certainly are not looking for them, because they didn't come to these countries to be checking for a black woman. Because like a lot of black women say, why would you go out of the country? We're right here in America. You're right. That's why they outside the country. So they ain't checking for you when you on your vacation outside the country. And then the men, if you don't know Spanish, how you gonna communicate with them? They may be interested in you, but it's only gonna be for fun. And 9 times out of 10, that's what y'all traveling for. But if you're in a situation where you're gonna move outside the country and like live as a passport sister, the chances of you being alone or lonely or manless are just as high as if you were in America. The only difference is you will have to adjust significantly to be able to fit the patriarchal society and do the role as a woman in a relationship. If you want to have a similar experience as a passport bro in a relationship outside of America. Other than that, it's going to be the same. You're just going to have less stress outside the country.
He's being kind the way he's
I
the way he's saying
definitely
that.
wouldn't have a problem with that.
Hold on, Cookie. Go ahead, Gaines.
No, I said all I was saying was he's being kind the way he said that. Because I'm gonna be honest with you. You try and get with a man overseas, no disrespect to the sisters, but hey, man overseas ain't gonna put up with that mouth.
Right.
At all.
Not only that, but just dealing with men in society there, you're gonna have to change. You're gonna have to move
But y'all
differently.
don't
Look at how
know.
these women are moving up in Dubai and understanding like, oh man, I can't speak to a man like that. That's something else that passport sisters will have to deal with. Watch your mouth how you speak to a man. Watch how you deal with men in society also.
And that woman in Dubai is a perfect example of, because I always say it'd behoove every black woman to sit their ass down and shut up, like, and try to learn something instead of doing all this yapping and stuff, right? That young lady got caught up in Dubai because she didn't know how to shut the hell up. You know what I'm saying? So American women do have that problem of this insatiable need to be heard. I believe all our women, no matter where, it would behoove them to shut up and listen more than talking. They talk too freaking much, and it drives us men crazy. So I can easily imagine, because like I said, I've never been in another country for a long period of time. I can easily imagine having a beautiful or better experience over there because there's an assumption that they know how to shut the hell up.
Man, it's not an assumption. That's the truth. I got a black one. Okay. That black women gonna be a black woman no matter where you at in the world. I don't care where you go. Okay. And I'm telling you that because I've experienced it myself. Black women gonna be a black woman. But the difference between the ones from outside the United States, what you just said, they know how to get in place. They're gonna say, they may say what they gotta say, but they're gonna, matter of fact, they'll cut you and cook for you and clean you up at the same time. See what I'm saying? Women in the United States just gonna cut you and call the police. See what I'm saying? So it's definitely a distinct difference when it comes to that. But you know, I can't speak for any other race of woman because that's just I had never dealt with them in a long-term situation. I can only speak to my experience. But I can tell you, Miss Black Woman or Miss Passport Sisters, that black women are the same everywhere. Okay, they just know how to get in line quicker than you guys do.
Yeah.
Hey, Andre, correct me if I'm wrong or if I'm paraphrasing it wrong, but I think I heard you say on your show that the women over in Colombia prefer to date American black men because we don't put our hands on them.
You muted, Dre.
Andre, you're muted.
Muted.
That's true. You have the machismo mindset over here in Colombia where the men rule, and I don't mean that they purposely rule with fear and an iron hand type of thing, because you got women like my wife that and her family and all the other women don't play that violence. And as Los can tell you, he lived, his wife is here in Colombia. Women aren't about to take that, but they do still know that there's a sense of respect or a patriarchy in South America, not as much as that matriarchy in North America. So and let me give you a perfect example real quick. A woman can call the police on her husband in North America. They locking his butt up with no question. Look at my eye. They hit me with a brick. She makes 42,000 off a lie. Let a woman in North America and South America call the police and say they hit me with a brick. First thing they're gonna say is, "What'd you say? What'd you do?" They're not about to arrest that man. All they're gonna say is, "What did you say? What did you do?" And they're gonna really be more upset with her for us coming all the way out here for you embarrassing your husband. So at the end of the day, women know I might as well not act a fool like a woman in the United States does. I'm watching them on TV, but I know if I get sassy like her, I'll end up not only losing my man to another woman, because women in the United States think because we got the same skin color that she has no competition and I should automatically be with her. But in these other countries, no matter how attractive, how beautiful they are, Colombian women know they're beautiful, but they know the Venezuelan woman is beautiful. The Venezuelan woman knows the Brazilian woman is beautiful. The Brazilian woman knows that the women from Philippines that are coming over to South America now are beautiful. They know competition exists.
Yeah.
Women in North America, no matter what race, color, or creed, don't acknowledge you have to compete for quality men. And that's why women in South America have no problem with letting the patriarchy continue, because they're like, you know what? I got a quality man. He doesn't put his hands on me. He's respectful. And if I disrespect him, I'm back out there on my own. There is no welfare
back out on
system.
the streets.
There is no
Exactly.
WIC. There is no Section 8. It's amazing because if you go back to the United States, and as they're taking away all these affirmative action opportunities, you're seeing all these six-figure sisters losing their jobs. And then now you have started October 1st. You just had the student debt loans. Y'all got to start paying your debt. Now y'all want to be booed up because it's cuffing season coming up and nobody wants to roll over to the cold side of the bed. But you only realize that during tough times in the States because you always had government entities or Pookie and Ray Ray to bail you out. In South America, in parts of Europe, and parts of Africa, they don't have a Pookie and Ray Ray to bail them out once they get pregnant. They don't have a government to bail them out if they ain't making any money, or government loans to help them build businesses. And so what American women take for granted culturally, no matter what color, other women in other cultures don't take for granted. And they don't think that I'm the only gorgeous woman there is. I'm the only fit or educated woman there is. They realize if I lose this man, I could be replaced by a woman that looks just as good as me, that's just as young as me, and can give him babies too.
Yeah. I feel you. Hold on, let me read these super chats real quick. Shout out to Will.
Shout out to
I
Will.
see that everyone is dancing around the truth. We know how bad some of Black women's behavior and attitude is. Stop being scared. Talk about them. Truth is truth. And QB Passport Flexing says, let's for letting us rock out. Oh, thanks for letting us rock out tonight. No problem, no problem. And BMT Travel says, appreciate you having us on, brother. Passport Bros for life. Thank you, BMT. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. That's dope. That's dope. So yeah, man, these lights about to give me a damn headache. So I'm finna take my ass to bed. But yeah, let everybody know where they can follow y'all at, man, you know, and how I can follow y'all. Cause like I said, y'all aren't in my algorithm. I appreciate y'all coming up, but I don't know who y'all are or what, you know what I'm saying? So let me know and let the audience know like who y'all are and where we can follow y'all at.
Well, you can all, before I drop off, appreciate being up here, appreciate meeting everyone again, seeing you guys always. You can always find me, Andre and Andre's Love Crossing Borders. Just drop the link in the comment. Look forward to doing some videos with you, but definitely continue to showcase positivity in the Passport Bro movement, because it will amaze you how many guys that are very established, very educated, very forward thinking, such as Will, that just dropped a super chat, that are doing some amazing things around the world. Just a small example. Every year, the last 4 months, we give all our cash apps to the Children's Cancer Foundation here in Cali, Colombia. They never talk about that. They never talk about how Taylor Made Dreams had adopted Taylor Made Dreams, and a bunch of brothers in the Dominican Republic, Sosua area, had adopted 2 orphanages for the last 6 years, to the point where when some of those young women graduated outside the orphanage, they actually paid for their first year of college, because these young ladies are 18 now. So they make sure these young ladies have apartments and have their first year of college paid for. Nobody talks about that, about what the Passport Bros have been doing for years behind the scenes. So we hope that we get a chance to actually speak again on some of the positive things that the Passport Bro movement is doing as well. But I'm about to drop off, gentlemen. You all have a great evening. I'll be watching from the back.
All right, thank you, man. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate you. This was a very impactful conversation. So I subscribe to Andre, and yeah, man, I wanna see what you guys have to offer, man, because I learned a lot tonight. But I got a damn headache.
Well, I'll go ahead and wrap it up too. You know what I'm saying? I'll drop off. I appreciate the opportunity. Come on, man. If there's an opportunity, come on your show later and do a one-on-one or whatever. I'll be able to go
Yes,
into
sir.
more in depth in my situation because it is quite an interesting story. I promise you that. But anyhow,
Okay.
you guys can find me right there on the screen. What you can see, Learn Crypto TV on YouTube. It's the green Learn. You'll see it, Learn Crypto TV, or you just scroll down a few and see my face on one of the videos. But anyhow, you can check me out. I teach I teach crypto. All right, the foundation of it. So if you're interested in trying to get an understanding on how you can get involved with it, I got an ebook as well. That's free. So you can hit me up at CryptoKingCarlos@gmail.com or follow me at Crypto King Carlos on Instagram and TikTok. Okay, CryptoKingCarlos@gmail.com and Crypto King Carlos on Instagram or TikTok. All right, Learn Crypto TV. Hey, signing off. I'll see y'all on another time. Thank you again.
Appreciate
Salute
you,
everybody
man.
else on the panel.
All right. Andrew?
Mr. Let Go, man. First of all, I appreciate you having me on the show, brother. My show is basically I'm more comical. I speak on a lot of comical things.
Mhm.
I get a lot of trolls that come on my channel because what I do is I speak on the dating perspective, the dating
Mhm.
experience. So I have video clips of me dating women. I have video clips of me translating from Espanol into English. So not to people who's too fond with that, I guess. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
their perspective is, oh, he's with a whore. She's a slut.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, to me, it's not offensive to me, but I think it's more offensive to the women I'm talking to or the women I choose to go on dates with. So we got to get it out of our minds, right? That us being as men, if we're dating series of different women, we don't have to automatically be sleeping around with them.
Mm-hmm.
There's some men that date different women. There's
Yeah.
some women in this country that date different men. So how is that a crime?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I get it. Yeah.
So basically my channel is just about just understanding women's behaviors and learning about women's behaviors and protecting yourself as a man, because it is a man's channel for the most part. But I do have
Yeah.
women that do come on the show and we talk about relationship issues. So
Mhm. Okay. Honesty?
Yeah, thank you for having me on. Me myself, I'm just a traveler. I'm really not associated with any groups. I do follow brothers like they spoke of, Tailor Made Dreams. Also follow Flip Flop, Bo Rakes. Mostly those guys are just talking about different opportunities for brothers to invest, to earn, to build. I'm telling you, man, a lot of videos that you see, you can see brothers out having fun and doing silly things, but I promise you, there's much more out there than just the kind of content that attracts the likes. Um, Anytime that I've went out and traveled to different places, I always reach out to Flip Flop. He's been there. Like I said, I've been traveling, man, for 30 years. And sometimes the information that I get from different people are things that I didn't know because they have boots on the ground recently. Me and my wife, we are looking to retire outside of the U.S. Like I said, my wife is not from this country. We want to go to where our money is long. And the last thing that I would like for anybody and everybody to take away from this is that there are opportunities for us out there. There are places to where your skin does not hold you back. There are places where if you are willing to put into work and the effort behind it, you will reap the rewards from it. Get out there, see the world. Stop being limited by the little 5 block area that you were born in. Stop allowing others to limit your progress based upon their inability to move forward. Man,
Yeah.
it is out there. We can all do this. Invest early and often. Live below your means. Follow the S&P 500. Just buy. Just
Thank you.
buy and continue to invest, man. And like I say, I appreciate it, and I hope everybody sees and celebrates the way that these brothers were speaking and how intelligent they
Yeah.
were and how they sound. That is the biggest takeaway that I want everyone to realize and to understand.
All right, let me read this super chat. Thank you, Pablo. Fresh Crew Bar is not like black women in the USA don't talk grimy about black men on social media. Broke, dusty, abusive, cheaters. They'll have to reap what they have sown. And I can understand that. Yeah, it's on both sides. Big Gans, where can they find you at?
Okay, I put my channel in the chat. It's not really much up there though. The Gangster Lifestyle Experience. It just talks about my experiences in life. Pretty much, I do motorcycle content. Not really, whatever travel stuff I do, I basically show the villas that we staying in, and these villas will show you that we are not broke and dusty. So, that's pretty much all I show, and I just tell brothers out there, get out there and travel and have an experience. It's a big world out there. It's a lot bigger than America.
Right.
You know?
That's what's up. Shout out to Andre and Andre Love Crossing Borders. Excellent discussion. Thanks again. Shout out to you, brother. Yeah, man, I appreciate all of y'all coming to share y'all's expertise, y'all's understanding, and all of this, because it shed a lot of light on a lot of the things that I didn't even know or understand. So I'm out. I'm gonna go to bed. All these lights hit me in the face. I'm just my eyes ain't in the mood because I did a YouTube show, then I did my coaching class, and then I'm doing this. So I've been in front of these lights literally for like 4 hours in a row. So I'm out. Y'all have a good rest of y'all day. And before y'all leave, make sure to hit the like button, share this video, and you already know, buy my card game.
Deeper Discussion Card Game is meant to give you and other players deep understanding of how we all deal with relationship, when or if things get serious. One of the biggest reasons why people break up is because of underlying family issues. This game can be played with either 2 people or an entire group, so have fun.
Question number 1. What is the one thing you wanted but didn't receive when you were young? Name a time when money was the main factor why a relationship went bad.
Deeper Discussions Dating Edition. Again, these cards are good for vetting a potential boyfriend,
Candidate.
a potential girlfriend, a potential husband, a potential wife. It'll even tell you what's wrong with your sneaky link. If you and your sneaky link need to have a conversation, these are the cards. The texture of these cards are so soft and silky, by the way. Like
they ain't gonna get
really
wore out.
durable.
A dating card game for introverts who have a hard time asking the much needed compatibility questions. Deeper Discussions, the card game.